Kenya's President-elect William Ruto as the fifth President of the Republic of Kenya. Taiwan has handed over tractor-drawn implements with over 4 million malangeni to the Ministry of Agriculture. The Public Accounts Committee has questioned why the Manzini municipality seems uninterested in helping SMEs who had their warehouse burnt down earlier this month in Manzini. Glad to have you with us. Kenya's President-elect William Ruto has officially been sworn in as the fifth President of the Republic of Kenya. The Prime Minister, Cleopas Dlamini, represented His Majesty King Eswatini III.
The inauguration ceremony of the fifth President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, and his deputy was staged at the Kasarani Stadium in the heart of Nairobi in the Republic of Kenya. Thousands and thousands of Kenyans graced the occasion alongside over 20 heads of state and government from Africa. His Majesty King Eswatini III was represented by the Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini. First to take to the podium to be sworn in was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. He was sworn into office by the country's Chief Justice. President-elect William Ruto also took the oath of office and allegiance to the Kenyan Constitution. Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, who is the father of the East African region, spoke on behalf of all presidents and heads of state who were part of the occasion. He urged Kenyans to be patient with their new leaders as they try to revive the economy of the country. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta was also part of this momentous occasion. Upon his arrival, he was received by the national anthem and he was asked to inspect the guard of honor. President Uhuru Kenyatta handed over power and all symbols of power as per the Kenyan Constitution to the new President William Ruto. When addressing Kenyans, William Ruto said it is only God who made it possible for him to ascend to the presidency. He promised to be patient and work hard for all Kenyans. William Ruto becomes the fifth President of the Republic of Kenya. He served as the deputy president during Uhuru Kenyatta's first term as president. The two had a fallout during Kenyatta's second term. Kenyatta's deputy president was then Raila Odinga. The over 50 million Kenyans are positive that his administration will create employment opportunities and revive the country's economy. Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini will leave Kenya for the Republic of Angola to be part of another swearing-in ceremony of the new president of Angola. For Eswatini TV News, I am Lincoln Gule in Nairobi, in the Republic of Kenya.
Taiwan has handed over tractor-drawn implements, including plows, disc harrows, sprayers, as well as planters worth over 4 million in malangeni. The implements were presented to the Ministry of Agriculture by Taiwan Embassy Minister Councillor Oliver Han at Lutse RDA.
The tractor-drawn implements, including plows, disc harrows, sprayers, as well as planters, comes after Japan donated 60 tractors last year, which were in short of them. These implements are a gift from Taiwan. Eswatini, Taiwan Embassy Ambassador was represented by the embassy's Minister Councillor Oliver Han. Han hopes the implements will have a positive impact on government's tractor hire services, led by the National Maize Corporation.
The project seeks to improve the efficiency of the tractor hire service provided by the National Maize Corporation (NMC) in order to strengthen technical cooperation with Eswatini extensively. Taiwan's technical mission currently works with the Ministry of Agriculture to implement 3 projects, including Food Tree Production and Market Project, Phase 2, Pig Industry Enhancement Project, Phase 2, and the Agriculture Project. Each project has run very smoothly so far.
The Minister of Economic Planning and Development played a massive role in making sure that the Minister of Agriculture received these implements. The Minister in the Ministry of Economic Planning and Development, Dr. Tambo Gina, hopes the implements will come hand in improving the agricultural sector in the country.
The Ministry of Agriculture is at the forefront of uplifting the livelihoods of Eswatini, given that the bulk of our population lives in and is supported by agriculture and agricultural activities.
The Minister of Agriculture, Jabulani Mabuza, says the implements came in time when the planting season have started.
These implements will make a significant contribution towards improving delivery of our tractor hire service being run by NMC and subsequently ensure that the country moves towards self-sufficiency in food production. I would like to urge those who will be entrusted with the task of being operators to take care of these implements so that they serve their purpose for many years to come. With the fleet of tractors that we received last year from Japan, as my colleague has said, we are looking forward to a great improvement in service delivery, which reduced downtime. We are counting on NMC to monitor the usage and ensure proper maintenance of the implements.
The Taiwan embassy pledges to continue supporting the country in all spheres so that Eswatini can continue to benefit. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, visual source from the Ministry of Agriculture Communications Department.
The acting Minister of Natural Resources, Jabulani Mabuza, says SMEs who are having difficulty in paying the basic 230 emalangeni at the Eswatini Electricity Company should visit EEC offices for negotiations. The minister has been speaking in Parliament during the sitting of the House of Assembly on Wednesday.
When the House of Assembly resumed its parliamentary business on Wednesday, the House requested the acting Minister of Natural Resources, Jabulani Mabuza, to respond to a question by the Lobamba Lomzala Member of Parliament, Mawik Kumalo, saying why is the ministry not calling the Eswatini Electricity Company to waive the accumulated 230 emalangeni basic charge for small and medium enterprises during the 2 years when the country was battling with the COVID-19 pandemic and businesses were closed. The minister in response said SMEs facing challenges to pay this charge should visit EEC offices for negotiations.
Uvelana nabo somabhizinisi bacele baka EEC ngokuthi abede lawo ma businesses ngekwehlukana kwawo ado negotiator akhulumisana nayo ingaphani ubukisana ukuthi nangabe bekunemali lese isikweleti ngenxa yokuthi somabhizinisi bekavalile bangabukisana njani ukuthi babhadarisane njani.
Members of the House then debated the minister's response.
Induna ehloniphekile ayiboni kufanele yini ukuthi bafike labasemagesini maybe ku ballpark figure. Ayiboni kufanele ukuthi kufike ku ballpark figure so maybe over a period of so much bantu bathole relief.
Le mabusiness avalwa nguhulumende avulwa nguye. There's no need yekufaka EEC because azange savale business. There's no need yekufrustrate soma business usako negotiate approve. There's no need nekuthi bhadala 3 months wavala.
Speaker ngive minister athi bosoma business abaye about negotiatela. Baphathe leyo proof yokuthi vele bebavalile. Ngicela kubuta ke linkonyane lelithi lama business labevalwe nguhulumende wona kuthi ngakayiphi iproof
Ingabe le proof yami icaca njani icaca kubani nayibhaleke njani noma ngikhulume njani naye angabona ngani ukuthi lokho kubutako amindlele nguchazako kuyacaca noma akucaci.
The minister also responded to the debate.
Budlelwane bahlonishwa emkhathini wasomabhizinisi. Busemkhathini wasomabhizinisi naloyo lento ezivumelwana naye. Angeke bese sewuthi ngoba kuvale uhulumende. Bese sekungena uhulumende in an agreement la ngazange abe khona ekucaleni. Not necessarily kokuthi kufanele bese kuba nguhulumende lo negotiator ngoba le bakhumbule bahlonishwa ukuthi termine EEC wathi badawu negotiator ba negotiator nalabo somabhizinisi. So ngeke uhulumende bezongena kule negotiation agreement ya between somabhizinisi na EEC.
The minister requested businesses that are having difficulty with paying this basic charge to visit the EEC offices urgently for further negotiations. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I am Samkalsiwe Koza with Sikhumbuzo Dlamini, Parliament.
The Public Accounts Committee says, why does it look like the Manzini municipality is uninterested in helping SMEs who had their wares burned down earlier this month in Manzini? This has been said when the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development appeared before the PAC on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, before the Public Accounts Committee, PAC debated the Auditor General's compliance report for the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Members of the PAC requested the Manzini municipality to furnish the House with responses as to what exactly is the municipality doing to assist SMEs who had their clothing stock burnt earlier this month. In response, Town Clerk Representative Madoda Dlamini said they are on the process of seeking the assistance of non-governmental organizations.
Sisebenze with the national agencies, Red Cross, NDMA, ukuze sikhona ukuthi singene sisite uletehlakalo letivelako kaManzini.
Members of the PAC, including the chairperson of the committee, Musa Gnene, then debated the matter.
Bona bake bababida inje ezimanzini Town Clerk bahlala phasi bantu balilela basho ukuthi awuchabe kuneni nathi sicabanga ukuthi sidanibambisa ngale kulesehlakalo noma nje linakwenda ukuthi nagijima nabita bakafaya kusipatocisha bakafaya ngumsebenzi wabo kutocisha makufika umlilo vele.
Ushabo Red Cross lomele city council angati lokuthi bonke labo bantu labo ba engageweni. This is an emergency chairperson. Labo make laba ngiyakholelwa lokuthi kwakufute ukuthi from the word go bendelwe i-counseling within a short space of time. I-trauma counseling baba traumatized kakhulu.
Njengoba lapha kusedolobheni, is that place not covered? Ngaba lidolobha linothi ungafika la umqashisa indlu yakho la le ndlu yakho is not under cover. Ngasho le tinto tam buyo tongitshela ukuthi ufuna bo Red Cross bo wendani.
The Manzini Town Clerk representative was also afforded an opportunity to respond.
Le tinto tishe ku storeroom. Le storeroom lama business lama SME business people ba renta from a private person la Pagasoli. Kusho it's a private property le shile gasoli le covered by lomnikati wale building agashi la kusetshenziswa khona bahlonishwa.
The committee then requested the Manzini municipality to support the efforts of the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade to assist the affected SMEs. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I'm Samkalsiwe Koza with Sikhumbuzo Dlamini, Parliament.
The Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Public Works and Transport, Thulan Mkhaliphi, says the ministry notes with pride progress being made by the Construction Industry Council in terms of improving construction standards. The PS was represented by the Undersecretary Nhlanhla Motsa when officially opening the CIC Stakeholder Engagement and Forum on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, the Construction Industry Council, CIC, hosted this year's Stakeholder Engagement and Forum to deliberate on matters of concern and map a way forward. Speaking when officially opening the meeting, the Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Public Works and Transport, Thulan Mkhaliphi, who was represented by the Undersecretary at the Ministry, Nhlanhla Motsa, said the success of the construction industry in Eswatini lies on improved service delivery.
Construction procurement will always be an important issue of national interest, and hence there is need to ensure a standardized construction procurement system that, among other things, ensures infrastructure projects are awarded in a fair, equitable, transparent, competitive, and cost-effective manner. The issues of fronting in construction has become a concern not only in the country but in the region, as it has negative implications, including but not limited to disadvantaging qualifying construction companies vying for tenders and in slowing down socio-economic progress. We are hopeful that these issues will be brought to the fore during your discussions here today, with the aim of closing the gaps in terms of construction practices and encourage legislative frameworks.
CIC Acting Chief Executive Officer Makawe Mnisi says the industry is working on closing the gap on construction skills in the Kingdom of Eswatini.
We would want to really see Eswatini, if we have foreign companies in the country, we would want to see as best as possible, where possible, to ensure and tighten the screws to ensure that they participate and partner with Eswatini, where we feel there's lack of skill locally, to ensure the transfer of skills. That will be important, and that will ultimately be what will ensure that our local companies grow, our local companies enhance their skills and ensure a developed industry. That has positive spillover effects to the rest of the economy, because we know construction is one of the industries that is labor intensive.
The meeting will also touch on challenges and mitigation solutions on the construction sector. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I am Samkal Siwakoza with Sikumbuzo Dlamini, Ezelweni.
Noncedo Ndlangamandla, who is the legal representative of Ndutuko Dlamini, says missing cartridge and a holster of one of the firearms presented in court indicates evidence led by Royal Eswatini Police Services ballistic expert Harry Vusi Madonsela is incomplete. Dlamini is facing 3 murder counts and contravening the Arms and Ammunition Act that he was found in possession of an unlicensed firearm.
On Wednesday, High Court Judge Maxine Langonya continued to listen to evidence laid in court in the trial of former Minister of Public Works and Transport Ntutuko Dlamini. Dlamini is facing 3 counts of murder that he allegedly shot and killed Simon Dlamini, Themba Tabet, as well as Sikhulu Shongwe. One of the witnesses in court was Royal Eswatini Police Services ballistic expert Harry Vusi Madonsela. Madonsela handed over 2 pistols, holster, live ammunition, as well as cartridges as his evidence. The 2 pistols are those which were carried by the accused person in Sikhulu Shongwe, who died after the shooting incident at Mhlabubovu. Ntutuko's lawyer Noncedo Ndlangamandla wanted to know from Madonsela the whereabouts of a holster for a silver gun he presented in court as evidence. Ndlangamandla also argued about the marking of evidence sealed bags, saying one of the sealed bags handed in court is not marked with the original code as presented to the ballistic expert by the investigating police. She said the missing holster for one of the firearms is actually an omission done intentionally. Madonsela said he never received the holster. Ndlangamandla informed him that when his client gave the guns to the police, they were both in their holsters. She said the missing holster is black and it is for the silver firearm. The case has been postponed to November 22nd, 23rd, 28th, and December 5th and the 6th. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Ndlangamandla, High Court.
In our international news, the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has laid out plans to fight the energy crisis caused by the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. We have a report.
The President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, has taken the risk over the threats by Russian President Vladimir Putin to stop supplying gas if an EU price limit on gas is introduced. The EU Commission is advocating a price cap for gas that is still being supplied by Russia. Delivering her annual State of the European Union speech, President Ursula has announced new trade deals with Chile, Mexico, and New Zealand. She has mentioned that these partnerships will be put forward for formal agreements.
It is wrong to receive extraordinary record revenues and profits benefiting from war and on the back of our consumers. In these times, profits must be shared and channeled to those who need it most.
A year ago, the EU got 40% of its natural gas from Russia, and currently the supply is only at 9%. For Eswatini TV News, I'm Thandukuhle Mdluli. Pictures sourced from DW.
With the latest coming in from the UK, queues have been getting longer since Wednesday morning, with hundreds of thousands of people expecting to pay their respects during the 4 days until Queen Elizabeth II's funeral on Monday. A line of mourners hoping to view the coffin is snaking for more than 2 miles from Westminster, across Lambeth Bridge and along the banks of Thames River. Some have queued for hours for a chance to pay their respects. From 5 p.m. British Standard Time on Wednesday, the public have been filing into Westminster Hall and will continue for 24 hours a day until 6:30 a.m. British Standard Time on Monday, the day of the state funeral. The government has warned that people could face 30-hour waits to get in. They will walk by the Queen's Close coffin, which rests on a raised platform known as a catafalque beneath the 11th century hall's medieval timber roof. Each corner of the platform is being guarded in a continuous vigil by soldiers from units that serve the royal household. The coffin is draped in the royal standard and topped with the imperial state crown, a wreath of white roses and dahlias, and the sovereign's orb and scepter. And now we'll have a look at our financial markets.
It can be.
Moving on, we'll have a look at our sports news. Bafana Highlanders head coach Selawotse Mosala says the departure of Dan Malisela at Royal AM could work in their advantage ahead of the second leg of the CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round. Mosala says whenever a coach leaves, the team is disrupted, and this always works in the advantage of their opponents. Mosala was speaking prior to his side's departure to Durban in the Republic of South Africa for the return match.
Bafana Highlanders Football Club has left the country to Durban in the Republic of South Africa for their return match against Royal AM in the CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round. Having played a goalless draw in the first leg at Somplo National Stadium on Sunday, Bafana Highlanders coach Selawotse Mosala says his side will be looking to take advantage of Royal AM's coach Dan Masilela's departure, who left the team on Tuesday this week.
When the coach leaves, the changes doesn't happen immediately. You know, the mentality is still the same. Whoever wants to come up with changes in 2-3 days, it will be a disaster. They will still have to go with the mentality of the previous coach, of which is going to be difficult. You know, sometimes they might be moaning the coach that is left, of which the situation becomes sort of tense when one coach leaves, of which the players were believing in him. Remember, this man is the man that put them 2 weeks ago or last week top of the table. Suddenly he's leaving. Now they will have a little bit of problems in terms of how they react or respond to the situation.
So sibadlali basilungiselele kakhulu bocoach.
Captain Piran Konvo is confident that with the preparations they had, they will get positive results.
Highlanders ukuthi sitawuya eDurban siyowulwa kakhulu kule second leg.
Sifiso sethu sonke ngileso.
Bidding forward to the team was the National Football Association Chief Executive Officer Frederick Moeturu, who reminded the team of the big assignment ahead of them as they now represent the country.
Phinze futhi tibe nekubambisana tibuke nje lo msebenzi lo lembili.
Manzini Regional Football Association Chairperson Johannes Boza will head a delegation of 20 players for the game on Friday in Durban. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msonera, Babane.
Athletics Association of Eswatini, in conjunction with Royal Eswatini Police Services, have launched the Vusi Masugu Half Marathon in honor of the late Vusi Masugu, who contributed to the development of athletics in the country. The marathon will be held on the 8th of October this year.
Following the passing on of Royal Eswatini Police Services long-serving employee Vusi Masugu, who also contributed a lot in sporting activities, most importantly in athletics, Athletic Association of Eswatini, together with the Royal Eswatini Police Services, have launched a half marathon in honoring the passing on of Mr. Masugu.
Sibese sibuka lokuthi kuhamba kwakhe singete sabe sesivala chapter, but we need to do something and honor his legacy, and the idea came from the family of athletics kokuthi bekungaba njani sim-honorishe Masugu with an event that will honor him and lingaphumi kumbe ligama lakhe emilonyeni yethu.
Patrick Mavimbela, who is the acting head of Police College, believes the event will leave a mark to how much he contributed to the development of athletics in the country.
Sijabula kakhulu
ku-athletics Eswatini ngokuthi ende into lenhle lenjengalena kumkhumbula baba Masuku.
Grand Masuku, who spoke on behalf of the Masuku family, applauded both parties for the idea that we cherish the hard work of Mr. Masuku.
He loved to participate in long distances, steady but sure. Besimbita ngamanyonyobo because maumbuga entalento, you tell yourself, no, this guy will collapse. But at the end, he would emerge as a winner.
Tsizwa Twala, who spoke on behalf of athletics clubs and athletes in general, called for athletes to attend the race in their numbers. The Vusi Masuku Half Marathon will be held in Matsapa on the 8th of October this year, with the registration to cost 50 emalangeni. For Eswatini TV Sports, Wabisum Sonera, Matsapa.
That's all for now. Before we go, let's have a look at our top stories. Kenya's president-elect William Ruto has officially been sworn in as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. Taiwan has handed over tractor-drawn implements with over 4 million malangeni to the Ministry of Agriculture. The Public Accounts Committee has questioned why the Manzini municipality seems uninterested in helping SMEs who had their warehouse burnt down earlier this month in Manzini. And with that, we sum up our bulletin for the evening. Up next is the weather update from myself and the team. Thank you for staying with us. Good night.
There are thousands of reasons to smile with the Spar Rewards Grand Cash Giveaway, where you can win instant cash for what you want most. Plus,